So I think the goal of this meeting was to sort of just give a nudge to the comms program that we need to set up to ensure that news about this program is widely disseminated through all possible um, arenas that we can think of, whether it is through official channels from the county communications office, which I guess it will hopefully that will get organized by the time of our next meeting. And anything that we can do, that we can identify, if we can make a list of that and say who's going to contact whom, which organization, environmental organizations, civic organizations, anything that we know of, and we have contact with that we can move the communication forward. We have a recorded video about the program, and do we have a fact sheet or do we need to make a fact sheet that can be distributed? Do you know where that stands?
It's a fact sheet, wasn't it? I think
I feel like we asked for a fact sheet, so one may be in draft.
Okay. We asked for one. So, I mean, we have um, fact sheets that were put together um, when the program was being legislated. So maybe we could just take that and create something. We have the graphics from there and so on. So I'll just put that down in my notes. And then, I guess, do we have sort of an idea of who has, I mean, we can wait for the civic list from the county's comms group, but do we, I mean, I'm in District 3,
what you know, me.
Dan is in 5.
Me too.
And
I don't know what I'm in. 20720 Bowie District. What am I in?
you're in Bowie.
I don't know.
I mean, who's your council member? Maybe that gives us an idea. And Jaina is in 9. No,
7?
you're in 7 or 8? You're in 8, right? Jaina? I think Jaina's in 8.
I'm in 8, and so teacher, I'm writing in the chat.
I think I'm in
Oh,
3.
okay. All right. Yeah, all right. Okay. Um,
Ooh, I think I'm in 3.
sorry. Yeah, I missed that.
I think I'm in 3. I moved last year.
Where'd you move to?
Uh, to it's still Bowie, same zip code, but I'm right before 50, where 50 and 193 meets.
So maybe you're in 4. You're kind of east of Greenbelt, right?
Maybe more south of it, maybe.
Okay. I mean, unless you've gone as far as Riverdale.
Nope, not that far.
Okay, so then you must be in 4
Gotcha.
within grid. All right. So if we want to kind of just um, within whatever we know of the area we're in, sort of make a list of active civic associations that we could communicate with someone there and make them be aware of it, even if we can't get to every meeting. If somebody there is aware of and informed about the program, they could communicate that to whenever their civic association meets. Um, so we can at least get the word out that way. And then we have to think about um, organizations, so the good government organizations that come to mind. Um, Dan, I know, has good contact with the League of Women Voters.
Mm.
Um, I can talk to NAACP. I can also talk to the Sierra Club.
So is it appropriate that my church is pretty active in politics, or no? Is it appropriate?
Oh, I think, everywhere where there are voters, it's perfectly
Okay.
fine. If the organization doesn't mind having this discussed, I mean, I know we've done this in Delvin Coates's church down south. So
Okay.
if the church is fine with you talking about the program, it's not a political issue, it's more of a civic issue, right? So
Understood.
yeah, so I think
Understood.
that would be fine. I mean,
Okay.
wherever, because um, I think I mean, I'm using the word remote to say those that are far further away from this sort of subject, if we can get information out to them, that would be great. I'm sort of feeling more energized after the New York
Mhm.
City mayoral race.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
right, to say that, establishment candidates need not be the ones always winning elections. Um, so I think it would be, I mean, the districts that have vacancies, that will have vacancies are 1, 2, and 9, and then there'd be an at-large seat. So we should particularly get the information out to districts that will have an open seat. I know there are candidates from 1 and 9 who have already filed to be publicly financed. I
Hmm.
don't know about District 2. I don't, I think they were just 2 when we spoke last time.
Yeah, so the League of Women Voters had their annual meeting last week, and I just mentioned that this was an issue to for their attention, and that encouraged them to include this on their program in September. I think that's early in the month in September, um, but I'll follow up and see if we can get that nailed down and an invitation, and then yeah, it'd be great if there's any of these organizations that people could reach out to in the next, like before our next meeting, it'd just be great to have a few on a calendar, and then we can build around that. Um, yeah,
Good. So you spoke at the DSA meeting, right? Not that long ago.
yeah, that was over a couple months ago or something. It was actually before the budget was
Oh, okay.
approved,
Hmm.
and so we talked about they were interested in the issue, and uh, yeah, they would be, and they actually did a lot of campaigning in the special election. So they were active supporting candidates, and so that would be another is to follow up with them. Though they've had the basic briefing, so maybe if also so on the like the first part of the agenda item was you know I would think it would be just to help move this communications along that if we could draft a just an update about the program and the funding that we got, um, just sort of the real simple basic outline of it, just to recap where we are with the program and get that together. I mean, I think that's something we could do offline, with the chair and the vice chair and any of us, even just us four, kick that around, or five now, and we could kick that around and just and then send that to Jacqueline for posting on the page on our, on the county website. And then that's something we can use when we're going out to request, when we're going out to request time on people's program, or just also to communicate to some of these groups that information, which maybe they would just share in their newsletters or email updates or, in their own ways. So I think there's enough stuff if we just did a little simple summary of where we are now with the adoption of the budget and had that as a little anchor piece of information, and then we can link to the guide, to the state boards website, and then also to to primary resources. That would be something that I think we could be doing over the next couple of weeks before the next meeting.
Sorry, who just joined my phone? Is that Keisha? I don't think we're hearing anything.
Oh,
Hello?
Someone just joined by phone? Oh, well.
Oh, they seem to have gone. Maybe it's an accidental call and somehow got through to us.
Right. Okay. All right. So, um, trying to think of what, I mean, can we, I don't know if we can use any of the county council members in their mailings to let folks know about this. Um,
Well, I think once there's some information that's on the county website, I think it would be easy for them just, for us to send that to them and have them encourage them to pick that up. But
okay.
also, I think by doing this, it helps the county, the new communication staff, because those folks are going to have their hands full with some just very basic and, major significant things like major new appointees for, and the program initiatives and all that. So they're going to have really, I think, be dealing with the big issues, and they may not pay as much attention, but if we have some material together that's really, oh, they understand it, and then if they have questions, they can talk to Jackie, or they can talk to us, and then that might make it easier for them to put out in in whatever newsletters and updates and kind of things they have.
Right.
Um, yeah. So if we just make it easy for them to understand and pick up some stuff and use their channels to amplify it, that would be great.
So the kind of the political groups that are there in the county are DSA, Progressive Maryland, and our Rev. And we can I mean, I can definitely put the word out on the Our Rev listserv and maybe we should find out. I can talk to Rahila and other people and see if we can get something out on the DSA um, email list and have Progressive Maryland send something out as well.
How about how about like, Young Dems or any
Yeah.
Republican group, and then also just the central committees for, the parties? I would think there's an opportunity to at least get the information there. I'm not sure how forms they meet and whether the kind of programs they do would be um, helpful. And then I know I used to occasionally attend the Greenbelt Democratic Club
Yes.
was pretty active, and I'm not sure how they are these days, but there may be some groups like that that would be interested in having somebody come and talk to them.
Yes. Or even just get the word out by email saying the program is there, which helps,
Absolutely. That would be
right? That would
right.
reach a larger audience and then could get disseminated. Um, so
Yeah. So if we had sort of an update and announcement, like a little
right.
press release kind of thing about where the program is right now, that could be the basis for, like you could send a bunch of people and you could send it individually or a blind copy so that uh, you know comes across as directly to those groups, and send that and provide the links. I think that would be great, and then offer that we have speakers available to come and do presentation and answer questions. That would
Yeah.
be, I think, and if we can kind of get a little bit of that together and get it out the door over the summer, and then or another round early September, I would think we could get on some, a fair number of visibility in the fall when there's really the probably important times for folks to really double down and decide if they're going to run for the that office, or any office or not. Or but but also I think that a value of this is that the just for individuals and voters just to be aware of the program, so that if they encounter, and then we can even, if they encounter candidates running on it, they're more informed. They go, aha, I know what this is about. And they'd be more willing, I would think, in many cases, to um, make a $5 contribution or a $25 contribution to help somebody qualify. So I think it's about the candidates, but it's also about helping voters and residents understand the how the system can work, and that people that might be looking for alternatives, it gives them some um, positive information, and might help motivate them to get involved or participate in the program with whatever candidate. But also that would help them understand that there's it's not easy to qualify, and so some of these folks might be a thing where candidates need this information also to put out the word to their followers, to expand their base, to get more people to um, go to events and circulate their petitions, and get their contributions to be able to just qualify.
Yeah, I think that's all really, really good. I made some notes as you were talking. Um, so Terry Bell is on the call. Hello, Terry.
Hello, how is everyone? And my apologies. I was trying to join on my phone, but it didn't go so well.
Oh, I see. That was you. Good to
That
know.
was me. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry for the late notice, but we just thought, we need to do something before the next meeting because we're kind of twiddling our thumbs, and we should be, the money is in there, so we should be informing people and so on. So that's,
Understood. Not a problem.
yeah. Right. So Jana has in the chat, she says we should reach out to the county comms and ask them for a list of all civic association HOAs and stuff. And I think we have been told before that they won't share that. I don't know why, but they don't apparently. But I have a list of I mean I have a list of civic associations I obtained, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. I have no clue from where, but I do have that. And there's no reason that we can't communicate with them if we have a list. So since nothing has happened so far with the county comms teams, so and we don't know when the new teams will be set up and when they will be ready to go. So I mean, we can still, I mean, I think we should do the ask, but I'm not sure what we will get. Any other thoughts? You're muted, Dan.
So to kind of move this along, would it be, I guess if we need a motion or something just to approve, since we have a quorum, that let me just phrase what it is, the intention, and then can make a motion. But um, it seems like we could agree here that we will um, delegate to the chair and the vice chair, and then whomever that wants to be involved in the drafting, but to prepare, I'll just call it a statement or an update. Essentially, it could be kind of like a press release, but it's more of like program update that now that we have the funding and just basic information about the program, who's eligible, how it works, and where resources are available from the county and on our site, and then from the state. That just information, little package, and I think we could delegate that and prepare that offline. And if it's still in process, we can finally, do a final approval at our next meeting. But I don't think we would need to wait. It's such a simple kind of thing. And if we agree that makes sense, we could do that in the interim before the next meeting, send that to Jackie with a request to post that on the website, and then ask for it to be sent to we do it or the staff does it to the new communications staff with here's this, it's available on our website, and that we would request assistance in communicating it to broader audiences, and that we welcome their advice. And if they want to come to the next meeting, we would love that for discussion. But in the interim, we encourage them to put it out whatever channels they feel appropriate for this. So, and then that way, I was saying earlier, some people might not have heard that. I think by just pulling that together, we make it easier for the communications staff to look at it, get their head around what they need more information, how it fits into, which outreach channels it's appropriate that they think, and we can maybe move this along so we can get some outreach sooner rather than later. So if that makes sense, I would move that we authorize the chair and the vice chair to lead just a small group to draft that update, to circulate that in the interim to the members of the commission, and that if it's completed, then we send it to the staff and Jackie for posting and for other use. And then once that gets posted, then any of us could link to that and use it for our own outreach to publicize it. So I would so move.
Second.
Yep. I hope no one has to capture that motion. That was a long motion.
It's
Well, it was a
captured.
long discussion,
It's
kind of, but
recorded. Yeah. Right.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Uh,
Okay, good. So let's get that moving as we speak. I also note that Leroy Maddox from the council attorney has joined us.
Hello.
Hi.
hello.
So is there anything?
See, I had a quick question. Miss Bell, I forgot which department you're with. I don't have my notes handy.
I'm with the Office of Law for the
Okay.
county.
Well, also, okay. There was I I don't know if it got raised at the one of our meetings a few meetings back. There was someone from finance who we raised the question if there is um interest accrued in the fund, and they said yes, if interest can be and should be posted to this account. And I'm just wondering if maybe so maybe we can make a request to Jackie to ask the appropriate folks if that, I mean, it may not be a huge amount, but it would seem like the $400,000 from 2 years ago, whatever rate, I don't know if it's 3% or 5% or whatever rate of interest that they would accrue in their accounts. It would be nice to know, because just so we're informed of what the actual total is and that gets recorded, because when with $800,000 it might make a difference if there's another 20,000 or 40,000 or something that's in there. That it's like half of a commission seat. So because we can pass that on to Jackie and see if she could run that through the system to find out who could help answer that question.
Yeah, I think their office would be the appropriate office to answer that.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then are we as a commission we've already compiled some of these potential outreach, maybe in a follow-up email, there could be a little summary of some of the organizations that we identified that we would like to do some outreach and mailing, or like emails and potential requests to speak at their meetings in the fall. So that'd be great if the as a follow-up to this before the next meeting, if that list in a rough form got circulated back to us, and then we could request all the commissioners to look at that and to submit any other names, organizations before that, and then encourage folks to try to at least reach out to at least one organization each to see if we could get an invitation or get on somebody's program to do a presentation in the fall. That'd be my suggestion.
Yeah, I've got some rough notes so I can circulate whatever list we came up with today to the commission, and
Great.
we can
And then
vote
I
on
think
it.
if I don't know where any of our candidates stand in terms of how close they are to qualifying and submitting all their signatures. And I presume we would have known about it if somebody, had already qualified. But I think we should just be aware that when the first person qualifies, I would think they're going to use that as an opportunity. It's a media that would be something they would try to publicize and get out in the world. So we should just be aware that's going to be an opportunity for us to provide information, and hopefully they could link to our website, and it's a public education opportunity, and that could be something that if our little update or press release kind of thing hasn't been completed by then, we can include that information in it. Or maybe we want to consider down the road um, using things like people qualifying as an opportunity for getting media coverage. And it's not so much to promote any one individual candidate, but just to show that the process is moving, and that they're and get people to understand how it works. So just a heads up that's could be a great opportunity for a little bit of media. And and it might be that we should just be aware that it could be that a reporter writing about that might call the commission chair or somebody for a comment, and we should welcome that. But with that, I don't have anything else. I don't know if other people have other things to put on the future agenda.
Or the list of organizations or civics or anything else? Anybody else has?
Was there ever some discussion about I don't know, like a county webpage or something for the commission where we could post things as well? I vaguely remember it, but it's been a while.
I mean, there is a page where things get posted, like this meeting recording will get there and so on. But it's not, should I say, it's not it's not like an easy website that somebody going in can sort of get what is the program. I mean, the material is all there, but it's a dense, it's in a dense format.
Gotcha.
So maybe send that around when with this list of other organizations, and that maybe we can each explore that a little bit, and maybe that could be something that we bring to the communications staff
Yeah, right.
and ask if there are ways they can help make this more user friendly, and more of a vehicle to get the word out. And they may be able to include that in their work plan um, that they'll be generating, I'm sure, real soon.
And we can take a look at what there is in Montgomery and Howard counties and Baltimore
Yeah,
City and see what
sure.
their pages look like. I mean, a simple page which then links to all the denser material would be a good way to
Yeah,
make.
that's a great idea to do that. Maybe we can actually also then get we can get any suggestions or feedback from our liaison at the county, at the state board, about what might be some best practices, or how people have done that well in the some of the other jurisdictions, and that we could learn from. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Is there any other
Any other
business?
topics? Bright thoughts?
Well, if not, I would say we should be pleased that the 800,000 is in the fund, and that we look forward to getting the word out to get more visibility, and people considering to take the plunge. But if not, if there's nothing else, I would move we adjourn.
Mhm. Well, second, that's an easy one.
All in favor?
Oh, aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you. Thanks all. So we'll see each other again, I guess, in a couple of weeks.
All
Okay,
right.
thanks.
Y'all have a good 4th of July.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.